Imagine this. It's been 18 years since the Simpsons movie dropped into theaters with a giant glass dome, a pig named Plopper, and one of the most quotable soundtracks in animated movie history. And now it's 2025. We have cars that park themselves, robots that write code, and yet somehow, no Simpsons movie 2. Not a teaser. Not a frame. Not even a cryptic Matt Groening doodle hinting at its existence. What gives? Well, the answer isn't laziness. It's actually kind of brilliant. Because believe it or not, there's a method to the madness, and the Simpsons might be playing the long game better than we realize. Let's rewind a bit. Back in 2007, when the Simpsons movie hit theaters, it wasn't just a movie, it was a miracle. The same creative team that churns out 20-plus episodes a year somehow managed to squeeze out a feature film at the same time. There was no second team, no animation underlings quietly toiling in a separate bunker marked movie stuff. It was just them, the same tired, over-caffeinated geniuses who've been scripting Bart's chalkboard punishments since the Bush administration. And they were burned out. Like Homer after a nuclear meltdown, burned out. So when people ask, why haven't we gotten a sequel yet? The real answer is, they physically couldn't do it again without risking everything. Because unlike most franchises, The Simpsons doesn't get to pause. It doesn't go away for a few years and come back with a reboot. It's still on. Right now. Season 36 just aired. That's more years than most people's marriages. And here's the twist. The show's actually good again. Seriously. If you haven't watched The Simpsons since the jerk-ass Homer era, that weird period where every plot felt like Mad Libs with cameos, you've been missing out. Since season 33, the writers have been firing on all cylinders. More character-driven stories, more emotional arcs, more weird experimental episodes that feel like they were made by the ghost of classic Twilight Zone with a cartoon filter. We've had Marge in a dystopian future. Homer confronting his legacy. Bart and Lisa accidentally ending the world. There's even a flashback courtroom parody and a Halloween special that's basically a love letter to Ray Bradbury. This isn't filler anymore. These episodes could be movies. And that's kind of the point. Showrunner Matt Selman, one of the minds keeping the show from collapsing into a pile of Duff cans, basically said, look, a lot of our episodes already are movies. He's right. They've got 3-act structures, cinematic pacing, and stories that hit you in the feels between the fart jokes. So when they ask, what's going to make a second Simpsons movie worth it? The answer can't be, just more. It has to be bigger. It has to be essential. It has to be something so weird, so epic, so unbelievably Springfield that it actually earns a spot on the big screen. And that's a high bar. Think about it. If The Simpsons movie 2 dropped tomorrow, what would you even want it to be about? Return of Spider Pig, Hank Scorpio's revenge, the tragic fall of Moe's Tavern. The writers could do any of it, and none of it. Because the canon resets every week. Apu could come back, or not. Homer could die, or time travel, or both. The possibilities are endless, but the point is that they don't want to make a movie unless it means something. That might sound like a cop-out, but honestly, it's refreshing. In an era where every IP is milked dry with sequels, prequels, origin stories, reboots, multiverses, and a gritty reboot of Blue's Clues, The Simpsons is saying, nah, let's get the story right. And that's rare. It's also probably the smartest move they could make. Because right now, The Simpsons is on a hot streak. And instead of cashing in quick with a sequel that could derail that momentum, they're doing the unthinkable, they're just focusing on making the show great again. Not with gimmicks, not with stunt casting, but with heart. So yeah, we're still waiting. But maybe that wait is exactly what makes the next movie, if it ever comes, worth it. Because it won't just be an excuse to get Homer into a tuxedo or blow up Springfield again. It'll be something more, something earned, something big screen worthy. And until then, we've got 790 episodes to rewatch, dissect, meme, and quote until the end of time. And let's be honest, nobody does it like The Simpsons. I mean, you never know. So here we are. No Simpsons movie 2. No release date. No trailer. Not even a cryptic tweet from comic book guy. And somehow, that's kind of perfect. Because The Simpsons has never followed the rules. This is the show that made us laugh at nuclear disasters, love a jazz-playing 8-year-old, and feel deep existential dread from a monorail jingle. If anyone's going to hold out on a sequel until it's truly worth doing, it's this team. They're not milking the brand, they're protecting it, honoring it, waiting until they've got something so wild, so unexpected, so incredibly Simpsons that it actually justifies its own existence. And when that day finally comes, it won't just be another animated movie, it'll be an event. A cultural reset, a yellow-hued supernova of storytelling. Until then, we're getting some of the best episodes the show has had in over a decade. And if that's the trade-off, I'm good. Because maybe the real sequel isn't on the big screen, it's in the brilliance we're seeing every week. Quietly, cleverly, under the radar. So if you're as obsessed with this weird, wonderful world as I am, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that bell like it's a Moe's Tavern jukebox that only plays Baby on Board. I've got more deep dives, wild theories, and cartoon chaos coming your way, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out, and hey, if Matt Groening is watching, just give us Hank Scorpio with a flamethrower.